Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. I am looking for something that I have lost. That's why I am talking this way. I'm trying to see where it could be. It's possibly downstairs. That's okay. I will look for it after this reading. So let's see, my beautiful Pisces. Let's see what's going on with you. Oh no, it's right here. Oh. Papaya for digestion. Alright, so let's see here, my beautiful Pisces. This is the extended for your reading from yesterday. I'm going to be pulling the cards out one by one, and we're going to be doing more. We're going to look more into the energy. So this energy, the way that I looked at it yesterday, was having to do with you seeing the other side of the fence, freeing yourself from that kind of energy, the energy of just feeling, right? So the Strength card comes out with it. Yeah, you're putting a lot of like direction and strength into this energy of transforming it into something different. Absolutely, this week. You're using the year's number, the Strength 8, the courage, the drive, the working with yourself to make things, create, or I would rather say embody the changes that you're feeling coming in. Like I was talking about yesterday. And if you haven't seen yesterday, I would go watch that first, because this is going to make a lot more sense, because this is the extended. So we're just, we're going further into yesterday's readings. That's why I already have the cards over here. So this is just going into what you already believe about yourself, okay? This is just transferring this hope, this figure right here, to the forefront. That's all it is. That's all you're doing. You're getting rid of the headaches and you're bringing it forward. Absolutely. Your block is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands here is showing me you want to get out of that mode of, you know, having been through it all. That determined, I'm wounded, it's been so hard, it's been so frustrating. You want to stop being there. But I'm not sure if you know how. Right, you're trying to balance that emotion out with something, replace it with something different. You don't want to be in this kind of mode anymore, because this kind of mode is like standing there in defense. You see her standing there in defense and really embodying that energy as well. You know, that energy of wounded, of hurt, of I've been through it all, I'm so tired. Like I just won't give up that last step going forward, I feel, is what you're going, right? Guarded, rigid, frustrated. This is all what I'm feeling here. And you're trying to rebalance that. You don't want that anymore. You want to move into a different. Yes, my rabbit is now shuffling again in the background. Okay, so let's look at your ground, which is the Four of Wands. And as I mentioned in the reading, what I felt with this Four of Wands was it's you no longer living in that insecurity of the base chakra energies, the hurt, the wounded. You're looking to celebrate. You're looking to create. Absolutely. You're in a creative mode. You're going, I want to shake this off. I want to do something with it. I don't want to sit in this energy of ugh, and think of it as I got nothing out of this except misery. I'm a big advocate of using all of everything that you've learned to just propel you forward. Not only I believe in that every fiber of my being is the surefire way of not ever feeling like you're moving backwards in your life. Everything has meaning. Everything has a purpose. Everything brings on wisdom and helps you move forward. Gives you like tools in your tool bag that you're going to need eventually, or that you just have access to that makes you feel incredibly secure having. You know what I mean? So you want to move, this energy wants to shift very badly to something constructive, something creative, something forward. Absolutely. For your crown, what came in was the Five of Pentacles, and I took out another card with it, which was Temperance, which showed us rebalancing of the feeling of lack, the feeling of being alienated, separated, disconnected, all of that with the Five. That is bringing the balance back to what needs to be put back in motion, right? Defensiveness, or defending, I should say. Yeah, defend what you believe in, but it's more than that. You ever been surrounded by people who are just unhappy with everything? They're angry about everything, they're unhappy about everything, and it's just like a real buzzkill. This energy feels more like, all right, I'm tired of defending this. I'm tired of always like having a conversation about this. What I want to is rebalance it into a sense of feeling abundant, of fruit, you know, like you're always standing in the garden. There's always fruit available to you rather than a lack of. This really comes in here. This is a real flip. And separating yourself from people who have this kind of mentality too. At some points, I used to tell your energy's like all, it's very draining. Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to like uplift myself, and you're making me want to, go lay down and cry, and I really don't feel it. I'm sorry. And I walk away. It also makes people realize they're stuck in a cycle of this. Some will get defensive. Those people don't want to see anything. But some will actually go, whoa, yeah, I may be stuck somewhere here on repeat. And it gets them to, change. Change the channel. Change the record that's skipping. Absolutely, up here is you reconnecting with the better part of you. The better part. The part that's not destructive. The part that's not taking away from you. Alright, so you have the Judgment card here. That was the past. Yeah. And here it is again with the Nine of Wands. It's releasing yourself from this negative energy. There was a lot of negative energy at one point. Like there was a couple of weeks there in February, March there that was just, wow. During our season, it felt even worse because it felt like just trying constantly to battle a beast. And I think that's what we needed to. We needed to get rid of this victim mentality. And I know some of you might jump to that, go, I'm not a victim, I don't act like the victim. We all do at some point. We kind of tell ourselves a story of woe is me. And it happens, don't, like, you don't have to get mad about it, just acknowledge it. I'd say just acknowledge the fact that it does happen sometimes, that you just get caught somewhere and it's hard to get out of it. And if the energy is or you're just a little tired, or you've had a bad day, etc., you can really, really, really start, you know, digging into that energy, and it starts really bringing you down. So there's been a release of that, as you can see right here, okay? It's like you held yourself accountable for it. You reviewed what was going wrong. You changed it. You released what needed to be released. And now you're going to start moving forward. And that's exactly what the future brings. Forward movement, the Three of Wands. Finally taking those steps. Those initial steps of going, okay, I'm going to shake this off and we're going to do it. The Hierophant comes out with it. The Hierophant is a card of wisdom. It's a wisdom seeker, right? It's also putting it in terms that you understand, which I can associate with. It's understanding what you've done, understanding the stuff that you don't need anymore, understanding that there's new stuff to be learned, and to implement the new things for the better good. Okay, the best, and that's where the movement is. That's where you're going. Whether you're actually doing a real movement, as in walking forward, or actually just moving or shifting that energy in your brain so that it no longer is weighing you down. Either or will make an incredible difference in your life. An incredible difference. I've said this to all of you. I started walking a month and some ago. It's like 40, 50 days now, I guess. And it's made an incredible difference. It's just walking. It's just, I keep myself accountable for certain steps every day, a little bit of exercise. When I need to get out of my brain, I go and move the energy. I move it by walking. And I didn't realize just how wonderful it feels to do it. Even when I don't feel like doing it, it actually helps. And that helps me continue doing it. Because even on days where I go, I could just lay down, and I feel in my body it's going, just go for a little stroll. You're going to feel worlds better. You know you will. It always does. So that helps a lot. Okay, so how people see you was the Six of Wands. Beautiful card. A role model, a leader, successful, victorious, wonderful to be seen that way, right? Because that's when you're, it's not that you need at this point anybody telling you that you're doing good, but to have that as well just makes it better, right? So they see you as truly being that beautiful dreamer Pisces, where everything is possible, where life is offering you your dreams on a silver platter. Seeing you as very psychic, as very beautiful, as very in the groove. Beautiful. This is where you want to be. This is how I feel right now, that this is just putting more to the fact that you want to embody you want to be who you've always dreamed of being by simply being. And people see you as that already. This is a level of success, even if you feel somewhere deep down somewhere that you're not quite there yet. You're not at the culmination of the whole thing. You are feeling the whole thing, which is fabulous. It's great. So, how you see yourself as moving into absolutely these, okay? The first one that came out was the Ten of Cups, but it didn't quite come out, but then right after came the Ten of Pentacles with the Six of Swords, which tells me that you're moving into that energy. You've decided that it's time for you to be abundant and blessed and grateful. And that simple decision right here, this is like your week's greatest coup. This is where you have decided that this is it. This is how my life changes for the better. Right here. Right here. These cards. I'm changing my life for the better right here. Because I've decided that I am who I wanted to be. And not, yeah, you've stopped the anxiety and the overthinking. There it is. You've moved on from that. from going, how is it going to happen? How am I going to get there? How am I going to lack? And instead going, I have, I am. Okay. Let's pull another one. There was a lot of cards. Right. Yeah, you went from the planning to the being. There's a big difference. You can have aspirations, and this is the part that I was trying to get across yesterday as well. You can have aspirations. You can sit there and say, I would like to be that. When I get there, this is what I want to do. I want to have my own business. I want to be in a very a successful relationship. The word I want is a wonderful thing, because I feel I want is the beginning of something. It's the creation of the idea, right? You sit there and suddenly go, I know what I want. But that phrase or that term should end right there. Because the I want is first, that is inspirational, then becomes desperational. Did I just make up a word? I might have. I apologize. But it becomes very desperate in nature. Let's say that instead. Where you go, I know what I want, to, oh, but I want it. Oh, but I want it so bad. Oh, but I want that. It becomes lack. It becomes I don't have it. I'm lacking it, and I want it. So this card is realizing that the world is your oyster. And that if you've taken steps, especially with this Three of Wands, if you've taken steps forward to go somewhere, to do something, you are already in it. You're no longer wanting it, you are now doing it. Yes, it's not at the end point of that journey, of that transformation, or that accumulation. There's another word here that I'm looking for. The proliferation. I don't know. There's a word here. My ear's ringing. In other words, things are already happening. You're already doing it. Okay? You want to be in a successful relationship, and you know you're working on yourself so that you can be and attract the mate or the person that you love by being your best self, right? You're always seeing yourself as your best self in a relationship. You have so much to offer, they're going to be attracted to you, right? Well, if tomorrow you go out and let's say, I'm just putting anything out there, okay? A tie, a pair of shoes, a dress, a suit, if you're, it doesn't matter. You buy something, or you do something with your hair, or you care for yourself. You give yourself self-care. You are already creating, you have created or begun to create the whole thing. You've started. You're in it. You're not wanting it. You're in it. You have become the person that you know will attract a mate. You are being that person. And for every other thing that you do, you're just more that person. If you want to become an entrepreneur, have your own business, the first course you take is being that entrepreneur, because you've done it. You've added some wisdom that will help you in your business. Yes, it hasn't gone to the point, you're not at the exact creating moment, you're not at the end of the business, but you're in it. You understand? So as soon as you start doing something, you are the dream, the want that you thought of. It's as easy as that. It sounds sometimes as easy as that. It is different to get yourself in that vibration. That's why so many spiritual people, including myself, when we talk about this, we keep repeating it over and over. Because we're desperately trying to find a way to explain a vibration. in words. A sense of self in words. Okay, so, I love that the control card. The Hangman is your hopes and fears. It's seeing a new perspective. The Four of Pentacles is explaining to me how difficult, and that's what I was explaining right here, how difficult it is to put a vibration into words. And not only that, to control when you're slipping down back the slippery slope of I don't have anything I want, I lack. I explained this as well yesterday. When we come here with these things, these thoughts. We are taught that way generation after generation to further enforce the 3D mentality of we're somehow working at something. At one point in our lives, we have to realize that we only work on a single thought, and then we are the rest of the time. So easy when you say it like this. It sounds like blah. But to feel it, Pisces, is a completely different thing. So, my job as the Hierophant, as the number 5, to explain things that are hard to explain or feel and to comprehend, is to try to explain it in a way that will sit with you, that it will turn the light bulb on and have you vibrating where you're meant to be, which is in the right now with the vibration you feel right now. Example, I started that new channel. Now some would say, well, when I reach this much, this is what happens. We put a definite thing, like when I do this, I will do that. But I put the videos out. I started the channel. I've already succeeded. The minute that I began the journey to do it, I was successful. The minute I turned the idea, that thought, into motion, it was done. I was in that vibration. I succeeded at what I was trying to do. And every time somebody watches or subscribes, it's just reinforcing the success that's there. Do you understand? Most people put it as when I reach this much, when I do that much, when this happens, when I reach that many people, I'll be of service. No. I'm being of service from the day that I began the journey of creating it, the day after the thought came. The moment the thought came. I started creating and working on my dream, but I was being in that dream. Even now, as I have certain things I want to put on PDF, your life path number, so that people can buy it cheap, and have like a cheat sheets of what it means. Even though I haven't begun on anything, the thought has been there. I'm in it. I'm already successful because I had the thought. And the thought will become reality, and it will be fine. It is already here. All I need to do is work on it, which is life is work every single day. You work on your successes every day. Succeeding is not enough. You keep working regardless of whatever fictional little deadline you put on anything. You're still working on something forever. Okay. So let's keep going. Last but not least is the Knight of Wands, the outcome. The Knight of Wands is succeeding. You will cross over with this. And this is the second time this card comes in, the Six of Swords. This is just saying that these obstacles are not going to be meant anymore as obstacles. Let's take the word obstacles and meeting the challenges that appear. Let's face it, every day there's some kind of let's say, problem or thing to solve. Let's not call it a problem. A thing to solve, and you do it wonderfully. I don't know what to make for supper. a thought appears, you make that for supper. Solved. I need a good PDF writer. You do the research, you find one, poof, problem solved. We do that every day. We solve a million different things. You just have to see everything, even your goals, your dreams, the stuff that you put somewhere in the distance of when you're going to succeed, as just another thing that you're solving today while you're living inside your dreams and your goals. You're living them right now. And you're going to keep doing it. You're going to do it happily. You know why happily? Because it's something you want. It's something that's bringing you joy, making you feel authentic, making you feel real, making you feel alive. That's the most important part. That's all that really matters. This is going to be slow and steady. That was the Oracle card that came out. I'm going to pick another one just before I go. Dragon's Lair. I'm going to leave that there. The reason why I don't like it, but I'm going to leave it there. It has the number 19, 10. Also the number of the sun, 19. This card I always regard as, you see the dragon here hiding. We're always feeling like there's going to be, we have a want. Let's say, as I was talking about, you have a want or a dream or something. Then we want it, we get excited about it, and then we start working at it like we haven't gotten it yet. And this is when the scary part arrives. This is when this 9 of Swords comes in. We think that at any point something's going to come out and steal our goals, our dreams, or discourage us, make us feel the wounded warrior, like this has come out a few times here. The wounded warrior. But with this 9 of Wands that came out, the 6 of Swords came out twice in this reading to remind you that you have to move on from that mindset. The dragon is your mind. It's side of yourself. You can live your dream today, do everything that you want, and suddenly tomorrow you can go, yeah, I'm done with that. Did you fail? No, you're done with that. You're done with that. You're moving on to being in your next goal, in your next dream, in your next idea. Be in your ideas. Be in your goals. Don't wait for the boogeyman to come and snatch things away from you. This is all your mind making you believe in things. They don't exist. Even if something were to happen and you're asking for funding for something and it gets taken away. Oh, well, Jane, you told me there was no boogeyman. There's the boogeyman. No, it's just a rock in the road. It's just a bump. Just a bump. A lot of people go over that bump. They figure out another way. They do go into another route, and they never lose their sense of being in that success mode. It's like nothing can stop me. Literally nothing can stop me. I will reshape it and make it success right now. Some people would call this probably, well, it's not true. It's just you're telling your mind. Truth is very subjective. Truth is it's what you make it. It's what you make it. If anything this world has taught us in this day and age is that people, they find their own truths wherever they want. And they'll yell really loud to make sure we know that it's their truth. Why shouldn't you live it? Even quietly in your own life. Live in success. Live in your goals. Live in your dreams. Just try it. Just try it. Try something that you would put a deadline to or a road to, and try to see it as, I'm living my dream. I am learning the craft or whatever. I am embracing the person, the the beautiful human that I'm going to share with another. You know, I'm all that in a bag of chips. And just feed that energy, that vibration of success. I swear, you will feel and vibrate at a higher setting. It's going to cause changes. It can't do nothing but. All right, my beautiful Pisces, this has been a very inspiring, very beautiful reading. I love all of it. It's a great reminder to myself as well. Please take it and do great things with it. Okay? Choose to do great things with it. Choose to get up or move after this reading and walk into the power. Walk into that vibration. You can do it. I know you can. Just think about it for a minute. Think of how you are already what you think you should be. You already are there. You're just walking in it. It's a very big room. You may be walking. Okay, I'm going to give you one last one. Your goal is to be in this room, to get to the other door on the other side, let's say. Get to the other side of the room. Okay? You walk into this room. Have you succeeded? Yes, because part of the goal is that you needed to go into this room. You're already there. You're already in this room. All you need to do is make your way to the other side. You're already in this big room. You've already succeeded. You're already further than you belong. It's just a matter of logistics. It has nothing to do with anything. You're already in this room. You can see the other end of the room. You can see the wall. You can see where you're going to go to. But you're here. You're not outside of the room. You're not in another location. You're not on another planet. You're in this room. Just remember that. All right. I'm sending you all my love. You are the light, and you are absolutely blessed. Feel it. Feel the blessings. Feel the abundance. And go forth. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.